good evening, good morning, or afternoon, or whatever it is where you are. We are running the Senior Synth stream tonight, and we have some really good guests today. Well, we usually have. We have Howard, and we have Tim, and we have Manny and Floyd. And more will show up, but that's later. Let's start with Howard. How has your week been?
I've actually taken a holiday from my user guide writing task that I have at the moment for Zebra 3, which is taking a lot of time, because I've got to use up my holidays for the year. So I've been playing my new little acquisition there, the Form, which I love.
Yes.
And learning a bit more guitar, that kind of stuff. Having fun.
Guitar, what's that?
Guitar.
One of those.
Okay, Tim, how has your week been?
Busy, yeah. So still doing the day job, but also then suddenly stuff's gone completely mad in the sound creation front, because we've had in the last couple of weeks Omnisphere 3 come out and Unify 2, so both of which have generated a lot of work. So yeah, so very busy creating sounds.
Yeah. I have bought the upgrade of Omnisphere, but I haven't installed it yet. I know it will be a huge thing at the time, so looking forward to it. Perhaps we should take that as a topic one day. And we are just being joined by Andy Joyce, Synth Addict. But let's continue with Manny. It's been a while since we've seen you last year on the Synth stream.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
what have you been doing since?
A lot of crazy things. A lot of crazy things. My time for stuff has gotten very limited because of life, the universe, and everything. But the good thing is this is a all synth weekend. My wife is out of town with her sisters in Las Vegas. She won't be back till Tuesday, so I got the run of the house to myself, and which is a good thing because I have 2 deadlines coming up in 10 days to turn in some work. So
just hoping she doesn't expect you to do a lot of things when she's away.
She just said feed the cats. So
okay, good. And Floyd, welcome. How has your weeks been?
Oh, it's been quite busy. There are a couple of videos I did, and I'm working on other things in the background which are related to synthesizers, and yeah, it's not been boring.
That's good. And Andy, how has your week been?
Hey, too busy to do stuff other than this and Ramsey and not much else. No time for music lately, no time for tutorial videos or any kind of other crap. Just just having fun, but busy.
You have been traveling a lot too.
Traveling, yeah. Now I'm paying for all the trips I did. So, but hey, it was fun. So
yeah, good. Welcome everybody, and let's see who's in the chat before we talk about the topic. We have Wagoo, and of course Manny is there, Probes, Steve Elbows, and Matt Brown. Yeg is there. Who else? I shall stop saying boom, boom, boom. Tim Dale is there. And
I'm doing over there.
That's all for the moment, but more will come, I'm sure. And more will just be watching. So let's talk about or mention the topic, which is gear guilt. When you have something that you should use but you don't use, and of course we are talking synthesizer gear. So who will start?
I'd like to start because it's already been mentioned before we started streaming about the Reface DX. I already had a CP and a YC, which I love, both of them. Well, the YC, I'm actually playing that on a gig next weekend. So I thought these are great. I'll have the DX as well, and I never got around to actually playing with it. This is about a year I've had it, and it's looking at me askance, saying "play me," and I certainly will in the next few
Is
few
that
days.
why you chose it for the gig? Because you
No,
haven't played it?
the just the nostalgia of the DX, my DX time. I love it. I still wish I had the DX7. Oh, that dog. I still wish I had the DX7 too, which was I really did like programming that machine. And I thought Reface, small enough, probably more powerful in certain ways.
Yeah.
So yes, that's what I want to play with next.
You should use it. It's I think it's out of the 4 Reface, it's the best one in my opinion, at least.
Sure, but you can't beat the CP for real-time effect control while performing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Reface DX is great. It's doesn't sound like 4 operators to me. It's very powerful. So
I have a very big bias for the Reface DX. I think I have 400 sounds for Yamaha up on San Mondo for them. It's a great piece of kit.
Yeah.
I haven't used it in a while, but yeah, I've put tons of time into it, and as Andy says, it doesn't behave like a typical 4-op synthesizer, which is cool. And it actually shows you right off the bat how the importance is built-in effects on any synth, but an FM synth especially, because just a little bit of chorus and a little bit of reverb, and that out of the box sounds great.
Well, it made the Juno, didn't it? The Juno 6, that chorus.
Yeah.
and it's so easy to program like the Op 6. Most FM stuff, unless you're Manny, nobody can really program it. So.
I'm going to have a good go at it.
Okay, sorry, I should mention you too.
I did get deeply into my DX7s at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no truth in the rumor that Yamaha made the DX range, being sponsored by the manufacturer of a headache tablet. So.
But Stanford got a pretty penny out of it, thanks to John
Well,
Chandler. So
Yeah, quite a few.
Which instrument, Manny, do you have, which is the one you feel most guilty about not playing?
Okay, so I have to admit to a stunt arrangement of the studio here, because everything in shot falls into category of what this is about. But I'm going to start with this guy here, because it's probably the one that I have the biggest love-hate guilt relationship with. This is the Iridium desktop. When they came out with the firmware update that added the FM kernel, and with the specs of all it does in the FM kernel, of course, we're talking moth to a flame, and couldn't wait to get it. And I got it here. The rest of the engine sounds great. Virtual analog, I don't need to go for. The wavetable stuff is cool. I have that in other versions as well. Granular, great, but I got it for the FM kernel, and I hope everybody's sitting down. I'm going to say something that's going to make you spit out your drink.
No, I know what you're going to say.
I put my drink down.
Yeah.
I still can't handle the FM kernel UI. It is
because there's a layer in between.
There's a layer in between, and it is ridiculously, I'm not going to say it's inconvenient, okay? It makes sense, but it's so bass backwards it just kicks me out every time, which is a shame because it does some really cool things, which is specifically using your wavetable oscillators in an FM context as both carriers and modulators, and how it does it, which is completely different than the Hydrosynth, which you can also do FM with wavetables, but you know, they have a different implementation of wavetables, and I have put a lot of time into it, and at the end of the day, when I use it, I typically will bring it up and tweak a couple of patches of Howard, Kurtz, or Reinhold's. And I have it on the Visa mount, but I hate to say it, most of the time it's pushed away. It shows up instead of my jams, but I really wanted to get in there and dig with it. And that extra layer is just so frustrating because as much as you have all the real-time control and modulations, you've got to decide them ahead of time, map them, and that's just backwards to how I'm used to working. I like to have a structure and then add the stuff at the end, and then I can't put it where I want it because I've used all my 6 knobs and blah, 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 blah. So, if I may segue, that goes to my second most embarrassing underused piece of gear because it is so easy to use, doesn't have any of those problems, and that's this bad boy. This is the Mark II Essence FM. It is a gorgeous piece of kit. Unlike the Iridium, I actually have put a couple hundred hours into it, but just lately, because of time constraints, I haven't had a chance to dive into it. I'm very thankful that Stefan has done some firmware updates and added some things that I requested. Yeah, you can't go wrong with this. This is a great piece of kit. So I have guilt about it because I love it. I've used it a lot, but in the last year, I've only really turned it on to put the firmware updates in.
Yeah, it's the same here. Lovely machine, but
So since you brought up the Iridium and FM, would you say Waldorf also messed up FM and other stuff, or is this the first one they did something weird with it?
Well, it's not weird. The UI and the layout wasn't designed for it.
Yeah.
They made it.
Yeah,
they
it
made
was
it
an
fit.
add-on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
it's okay,
the
it's a
second
Yeah.
generation of OS.
Yep. Because the UI for the Iridium and the Quantum is great for the original 3 engines. It makes total sense. It's easy to work. It's fast to work. But yeah, it just doesn't work for FM very well in the way that they've implemented it. But so yeah, those are probably my 2 biggest guilt pieces right there.
Waldorf could sell a little extra controller. It does exactly that.
That would be convenient.
Yeah.
Is it still worse than the Electron Digitact? I'm sorry, Digatone?
I'm not
Have you used that at
familiar
all?
with them, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. They're cool, but they're a little funky to use. So
That's what I hear about several devices by that company. By
I
Electron.
mean, I love them when I get into them, but you don't use them, you forget everything you've done. So
Yeah, at my age, it becomes a bit more of a problem. On the
cheat
other
sheets
hand,
for
I can have fun learning new stuff that isn't actually new.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff I've forgotten already.
yeah, but there comes a time where you also forget your age. So.
What show
don't
is
forget
this?
your name, though. That's good.
Talking of devices, that would be good. I had this idea of a Rolodex keyboard stand, so you can always get each synth you want to work with, like a book in front of you at all times.
Yeah, exactly. Hey,
It would make the cabling interesting.
yeah. it
Yes,
would be.
you'd have to have contactless MIDI.
I was thinking actually.
Yeah, and the audio. Yeah.
Yeah, you just put them in a rack. They're on a track, right? You put all the stuff. Yeah, there you go. You just
Yeah, you could
scroll it
stream
down like
all the signals could be streamed, and all you need to do is get some juice into it.
Just get a minority report type synth where it's like VR gloves and you can play in the sky.
No. VR gloves, no thanks. Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say probably the one that immediately springs to mind is quite an old one now, because for a long time I wanted a sampler, and I finally bought secondhand the Roland S330. This is going back quite a while now. Came complete with the green screen monitor and everything, and a whole load of floppy disks full of samples. And I never got time to actually use it. And eventually I thought, I'm never going to use this. And I actually sold it again. So I ended up buying it for £600 and selling it for 60, and never really used it. So I still feel bad about that. And also the Kronos here, which I've now had for a couple of years and haven't really still had a chance to use it. So, yes, the trouble is I made a mistake. I bought the weighted key version. Which means that when you play it in the house, it's quite clunky, so I can't play it when anyone else is here because it disturbs them, and it's a bit big and heavy for playing live. So apart from that, it was a great idea. Oh yeah, and my eyesight started to go now. Having to wear glasses, everything on the screen is way too small. But apart from that, yeah, we'll use it. Still a beautiful thing. I also bought a load of modular gear and used that, and so I thought I'd buy a load more, and haven't had a chance to use that. So.
I think modular is a special subcategory of
it. Is yes, yes. So those are the ones that immediately spring to mind. So before I move on from me, though, I just have to ask Manny: you actually have gear guilt about the fact that 8 other people then can't own an SY77? SY99, sorry.
No, I know I do not.
Yes, I have told Manny the story about how I once was offered an SY99, sorry, at a ridiculously cheap price, and it turned out it had been from a house clearance sale, and the house clearance company had decided it was a bit dusty, so they decided to clean it with a pressure washer.
Oh.
And when I got it, all the circuit boards inside had rusted out. So,
Ouch.
It made
But a maximum resonance, it was really wet now.
It made a few interesting noises, just not very many of them.
It was most hum and stuff like that.
So,
Floyd, what do you feel most guilty about?
This thing here. Don't know if you can see it. The Therapsys. This has 2 Commodore 64 SID chips inside of it.
Yeah.
And this is so cool sounding. It's gritty and dirty and 8-bit like, but also has an analog filter. And I bought this a year ago or so, I think, and I never came around to using it a lot, apart from the video in which I used it. And I should use this more. And I already bought. They had a firmware update. You can use up to 9 voices with an emulator chip that you can buy from I think a Czech company. And so I bought that one, and then I never came around to update the firmware to use that new emulator chip. So yeah, that's one, and the other one is this here, the X synth, and this is a great synth, and I should use it more. I took it with me on a holiday trip recently. And as you know, holiday trips are very interesting, and you're very tired in the evening. So you always think, oh, I take this synth with me on my travels, and then you don't use them because you're traveling and it's interesting. So yeah, that was the plan, and it didn't work.
Yeah, I've done that a few times as well. Exactly the same. Taking extra weight, taking the synth with me, and never played it.
Yeah.
How do you like it? It's been delayed getting it here for any reasonable price in the States. And I was impressed with it at NAMM when they showed it. And I thought it was a perfect travel piece because of the size.
It's a fantastic sounding synth. There are 4 oscillators, sampled voices like on old Yamaha workstations. It's very similar. And the effects are great, and filters are great. It's a great synth. It has a couple of bugs at the moment in firmware. arpeggiator always defaults to random notes, and when you press certain buttons, they will light up, but if you press them again, the lights won't go out. And they already released, I think, 2 or 3 firmware updates, and it didn't really change something about the situation. But apart from that, I can really recommend that. It's a superb sounding synthesizer, and for that size, incredible.
Yeah. Andy, what is the one you regret most not using?
Well, as my channel name implies, almost everything I own is way too numerous for me to even get to. So my list would be very, very long, to be honest. But as far as guilt, and not really feeling guilt, just so many things I bought to like most rainy day kind of stuff. Like I don't really have time, but it's a good price, and I want something like this. So like because my original idea for everything was to get at least one of every type of engine. Or hybrid or whatever, and I end up getting like duplicates of all kinds of different technologies. So it's a little crazy now. But the SY99 was brought up. I mean, Manny cued me into one that was in LA when I was down at NAMM. Was it 2 years ago now? And I picked one up, good price. It only has one broken key, which I had the replacement. I have yet to take it apart because it's one of those where you have to take all the keys out to do it. But so that's what I have to do. It works fine. It's cool. I've not really touched it much since I brought it home. So that's sad. I have an SY77, but it's in desperate need of a screen replacement. It's very dim. So I don't use that one as much as when I first got it. But kind of like what some people already said, I often get something, I'm excited by it. I use it 3 or 4 times, maybe make a video, maybe not. And then I get involved in something else. So I've at least used everything I have. How much have I used it? Sometimes not very much. So, just depends.
Yeah. I have the same problem, and that's why I make the noise shows, to challenge myself to take something forward which I may not know a thing about, or I may have played once, or maybe a long time ago, because I have other stuff to use too. So, but the one I regret the most not using, it's actually a new modular thing. The microphone is there. It's the Rosem Panharmonium.
Yeah, that was great.
I really looked forward to getting it, but I only used it 3 or 4 times, and then I haven't used it since, and that annoys me because it's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will get to it again. I'm sure. But again, it's in a it's a special instrument that sounds a special way, so it can't be used for everything. The other
There's so much
instrument,
tweakability. It takes a bit to get to sweet spots, but it's really powerful.
Yeah. Another keyboard which Manny also mentioned is the Iridium. I don't play it enough, and that's mainly because I don't have space on my table for if I place the Iridium there, not much else can be on the table. So I do have them on a stand here next to me, but I also have other stuff, papers and stuff like that lying there. So I'm not able to use that like I would like to. So I feel a little guilty about that. But then I may do some noise shows with that. The Iridium, yes, I plan that at some time.
Do you have the keys or you have the desktop, Henry?
It's the keys.
Oh, you have the keys, yeah.
Yeah. And I have made one mistake. I had a tooth stick of it was made out of tree, but it fell down between the keys. It hasn't done anything bad, but I fear if I move it too much, it will block a key or something at some time. I did ask the Waldorf team at Superbooth when I was there in 24 what to do about it, and they said it's very difficult to get into the keyboard parts of the Iridium. So as long as it works, I should just keep it working.
But it's just a wooden toothpick, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Should be
Yeah,
okay.
so maybe nothing will happen, but maybe something will. I don't know. So
But your keys will be plaque free, so.
Yeah.
yeah.
Its gums are stimulated by the thing.
Yeah. I gotta put my teeth in it soon.
I'd say probably my biggest regret, other than not playing certain things, is last year. You guys probably heard I got burgled. So not getting the security system when I should have had it was really stupid. Really, really stupid. So they got away with some of my favorite toys. But hey, I got plenty more to play with. But protect yourself. Make sure you're protected. So
Yeah. Also against burning fires and stuff like that.
well, yeah. I mean, luckily this area is not. We're not surrounded by the volatile brush like some of the other parts of California are. But
No, but you could have some gear which.
Yeah. Microwave popcorn gone awry. You
Yeah.
just never know.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's possible. You never know.
Yeah.
I don't. That's why I don't leave stuff on ever. People leave stuff on all the time. I don't. I'm always worried about that kind of stuff. So
I have a house full of candles. Makes me slightly nervous, but
As long as you don't light them.
yeah, they're lit. Yeah,
well, the funny thing is, in Europe, they have that tradition of Christmas trees with candles on the tree. That's incredibly dangerous.
They don't do that anymore. It's all electric.
electric
Okay,
ones.
good.
Yeah.
But as a kid, I remember that, yeah.
That's scary. That's. Oof. You still have that little thing where you put the candles under and it turns the propeller, like the little mobile.
Oh, that? Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at one in a shop the other day.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I also have something that I'm very guilty about, and it's I've got a looper pedal, which is the Eros, I think they call it. It's got a huge touch screen and a couple of little buttons, and a roller that you control with your foot. And I've spent like 3 sessions trying to learn it and failed, kind of. Yeah, I didn't get the. Couldn't get into the flow of looping the guitar, not yet. I'll give it another go next year.
Have you used regular loop stations before? Just a Boss loop station or whatever?
No, it's one of the. It was
the Boss
rather
are easy.
expensive.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The Boss are very simple and powerful. You got like. 5
Yeah, I
buttons.
should have gone. I should have done that instead.
Yeah, they're good for keyboards too, not just guitars.
But this one, it shows you the waveforms as you record it and all that stuff.
Oh, that's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Multiple channels.
I also bought this one, but actually I've only updated the firmware on it.
Never used it.
So there's a Chinese guy who hangs out at a bank in Portland, Oregon, and he sits with his violin and a PA and one of those, and he does these beautiful like multi-layered stuff with con leño and all kinds of like tapping the body and beautiful pieces, and then he has one layer of undo on that. So he'll do something and he'll plan a flourish and then he'll take it away with an undo, and he draws a huge crowd with just that simple looper and his violin.
Exactly what Henrik has. The same
Yeah.
device.
Same one, yeah.
Okay.
As a keyboard person or whatever, it's more fun to have more at your disposal. So you can either use a slider or tap the mutes, you know. But if your hands are busy with a violin or something like that,
No, I'm
guitar-
thinking more of an acoustic guitar.
Yeah, so then your hands are busy. So definitely get
Yeah.
one of those.
You're all tech guys, so have you ever tried to wanting to do a mod on some of your gear and then broken it?
Nope.
No, I have not, but I put a fair amount of research and got slapped down by the 3 techs I talked to about racking the electronics of the 8 SY99s behind a common panel, make it the size of a like a double Kurzweil 250 RMX thing, so I could just have all 8 of them in a rack.
Oh, that'd be cool, actually.
And they just told me I was ridiculously insane. So.
Well, aren't the boards long and like you can't separate them?
Well, so that's the problem. Even though they made the TG77, the format of the boards in the 99 do not lend themselves to standard rack configurations. Yeah. So you have to go lengthwise with them. Okay. So if you do them vertically, you could make the front panel about yay tall. Or you could go chroma expander style. So super deep and then horizontal. But I assumed it wouldn't be that hard to come up with a digital switching system to select which one you were using to bring the display and the keypads up.
Like a KVM thing, yeah.
Yeah, but they said I was effing nuts.
Well, I had a K1000 that had broken keys a long time ago, and I really wanted it because I love the sounds in it. But I looked at it, and it was one giant board, so it's like, you can't make it a rack or module or any of that kind of stuff. It's just be this ridiculous giant thing with no keys. So.
Yeah. But still would like to do that, actually.
Yeah, and you can, Andy, with a saw and a lot
well, I mean,
of
they
wires.
did it with the Studio Electronics, did it with the Moogs, right? They made a rack mount out of Moogs, so.
Yeah, and then they made their own.
Yep.
But Howard, you reacted when I started talking about modding things.
Yeah, I modded I used to own 2 Synthy A's, one with a KS keyboard and one with a DK1 originally. And I kind of slipped a few times with the drill. And I buffered the pin matrix and did sync and another few things. I didn't quite understand how they worked, but I knew how to do it. Unfortunately, my drilling skills were not perfect. So, the holes didn't line up. Simply that. Aesthetics.
I'll coach you on that.
No, too late.
It's like,
I don't think he want to train on more synths.
Not on an EMS thing that. I mean, what was it? The last time I saw the Kraftwerk Synthy A, it was $27,000.
wow.
I don't know whether it's sold. Have you been following that?
Yeah. I looked through the list of things for sale. I thought I could just about afford the desk clamp, probably.
Hey, well, if you guys are still interested, the full double wing ARC 2500 in Arizona dropped its price from $280,000 to $240,000.
Oh, steel.
It's a steal.
You're better off buying Florian's flutes. They're much cheaper. So.
Yeah, I imagine so. I want to see how much Florian's van went for, because I think that's a very rare beast.
Was it grey?
Yes, it was it's the van version of the Volkswagen split camper. So.
Oh, great! Yeah, bully we call it in Germany. Yeah, the bully.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the thing I would like to have. That was the Volkswagen. Yeah. That looked nice.
I was surprised to see the Yamaha EG guitar on.
Oh, I
that
have one
list.
of those. That's funny. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. It
What
was
is that?
modded. It's some kind of a smart MIDI guitar.
It has strings to pluck and buttons on the frets.
Yeah. It does a great light show when you use it. It can display text and it displays which of the frets you're touching. and sound isn't too bad actually.
Yeah, it's a decent MIDI
But-
controller too. Yeah.
Yeah, but they had two models. They had acoustic guitar and electric guitar, and the acoustic one was better because it had much better strings, and he had the electric guitar model.
Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah, but all that auction proves is it doesn't matter how famous or talented you are, you still end up with a whole lot of junk. So,
Yeah. I've still got I've got a Moog, or what they call it, Sub 30.
oh yeah,
I tried to update the operating system and I bricked it. I never got around to sending it off because my wife had destroyed the box that it came in. I'm very averse to packing stuff up.
That's a whole nother topic. Who still has like original boxes for everything in the garage?
Not everything, but a lot.
everything.
Everything since I
still
had
has a
since
wife?
I bricked that Moog. Yeah.
I did have the box until it ran out of room. There's just too many things.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
No, yeah, it is funny. I don't have everything anymore, but there was a period of time where yeah. Well, we won't go there.
I mean, some of the artwork on the boxes is cool, but you can't look at them when they're put away. So
yeah. The only box I wish I'd kept, because I've got a sequential Prophet X down there, and it's I wish I'd kept the box for that, because actually I had a sequential box, so it's been cool to have around, but no. Only thought about it after I'd thrown it.
Yeah.
We also need a topic of dusting. How do you dust your gear?
Often.
Swiffer.
Yeah.
I put covers on.
How much
I'm
time do you
dust.
use on it?
I'm
Those
hoping on the
dust
camera you can't
Yeah.
see just how dusty the Newcon is there.
And why do you think it's hanging
I
right
also
there?
use if it gets too dusty around the pots, I get
Yeah.
a little paintbrush
Yeah,
and
brushes on there.
mini Hoover, yeah.
Yeah.
Paintbrush and mini Hoover.
That's a good topic. I think everyone who ever owned one of those new Akai NPCs knows the problem with those pads. If you use them, they're looking absolutely horrible. So you have to, if you want to use that in a video, for example, you'll have a bad day cleaning those pads up. They attract dust and fat like nothing else.
Can't you just turn it upside down, put it on a slightly damp cloth and move the whole thing?
No,
No?
it's not good to use a camera on the backside of the gear.
I don't mean the camera on that. I mean just to clean it beforehand.
Just cover
I
everything.
think-
I cover everything. So
It's really it's quite difficult, and I think if Akai ever think about creating a household product to mop up dust, they should use that material. They have a big hit at their hands.
this is why deck savers are good, because not only protect your gear in transport, but it's also a dust cover. So
Yeah, that's why I got dust covers for these two.
At least we don't have. We almost don't have the sticky plastic problems anymore, or rubber
yeah, it's still around. Yeah.
problems
On new products, yeah.
on new products.
But I've got the.
For now.
I wrote to Arturi about my Matrix Brute because I need new
Yeah.
knobs on it, and they promised to send me some at some point in the future. Could be next year.
Yeah. Well,
They didn't say when.
But
Just said they'll send it.
it's no fun using sticky knobs or having cleaned some of them. They get just too shiny and don't feel right.
yeah.
Too slippery.
I use something to clean seats in old cars, and it worked on my old Zoom H5N or 4N. I can't remember. So it's not sticky anymore, and it looks fine.
But with the small knobs, if it's too shiny, it just doesn't feel good.
Okay.
That's the reason they put the rubber layer on it
The grippy on it, yeah, in the first place.
and when they made the grip.
And sometimes it's nice to be able to graze something with your hand, so it can grab onto your hand or your fingers. You know.
I was just thinking, I've got this form there, which I love, and the knobs are a bit small, and it feels really good. It's not too sloppy, but I'm thinking of putting a set of kind of mug-sized knobs on there. We'll see.
Well, modular
sure
has
that'll-
that problem with tiny knobs, so you have to use those caps. Like Thonk sells those little slip-over caps to make things fatter.
Oh, Thunk do slipovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of various sizes.
Colors and sizes, and yep.
Oh, I'll check that out.
Yeah, check them
Thanks.
out. It's
Yeah.
good for those little skinny ones that come with some of the one HP
Like
modules or
yeah.
2 HP modules. Yeah.
We seem to have switched topic to Christmas gift ideas.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Well, hey, that's a really funny segue, Tim, because because you talk about Christmas gift ideas, right? And you talk about gear guilt. And when I saw Enric post a thing on it, I said, not so much about old gear guilt. What about new gear guilt? So I'm going to segue. I feel like Andy here. So, new gear guilt. Last Christmas, they're running a ridiculous special on the Donner synths, shipped with taxes under $100.
Oh wow.
I don't have a TB303 clone. I want to do some traditional hardware jamming in those acid styles. One of the few pieces of gear I did sell was my original 303 and 606 because at the time they sucked. They still do. They're good for a genre. But anyway, so couldn't pass that up. That was my Christmas present last year, and it's still unopened in the box. That parallel to that is this box right here, which was also related to that because I don't have a good step sequencer. Andy knows I struggle in my hardware jams trying to make the SY99 sequencer using live track assignments to mimic some of the sequencer type things that are useful in jams. So Korg Outlet was blowing out the SQ64. So I picked up one of those. It was only like $129, saying, cool, I got a step sequencer, I'll do it. And that is still unopened in the box.
I have one of those too, still unopened in its box.
I've used mine only 3 times, so
This guy is not quite as old as last Christmas. This is a Behringer Proton. I was really looking forward to it because I know everybody loves the Neutron, and I've messed with Neutrons of other people and was hoping that this would be a kind of cool thing to do. I don't know how I got distracted, but I have not opened that yet. Above it is actually one that's a true guilt thing because this guy is really cool. This
Cobalt.
is the Cobalt Expanded.
Yeah.
And when I bought it, gosh, I used it constantly for the first 3 or 4 months that I had it because I think it sounds phenomenal. I'm not sure how accurate it is to the Cobalts, but the filter and the oscillators are really gorgeous on it.
I was sorely tempted to get one of those as well.
Yeah, and this is a true guilt item that is just needs to be used, but I just don't have a place to conveniently put it because the Eurorack thing that I was using for it, I've repurposed for other stuff. And then I have the new arrivals, which are all done for very good reasons. This is a Supercritical Redshift 6, which I've always really wanted. They've got the new firmware out for it. And great impulse buy when they were on ProSynth Network. And when the show was live, I purchased that. I got that about 2 months ago. Haven't had a chance to get to it because of projects.
But now you have a good reason to open it because there are firmware updates.
Yeah, no, exactly. And this just came 3 days ago. I got distracted by a bright light of somebody mentioned how expensive sequential gear was in the UK. And then somebody said, oh, they have a sale that ends in a couple days. I go, sale? So in stock at Perfect Circuit. So couldn't say no, because I think the synth is phenomenal. I played with it a lot, and I've heard a lot of
Looks
great
lovely
stuff.
as well, the Teo.
Yeah, and so it seems
Is that
to
the
take
module
full-
version?
Yes, the mod is the desktop version.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'd go for the keyboard.
And, then the last thing on top is something I've wanted for a while. Actually, I actually have played with it extensively, but never took the plunge to get it.
Ah, yes.
And the steam pipe. It's the steam pipe, because I've spent many, many hours playing with it at Perfect Circuit on a couple of visits. And it's been on my list of things to do. And then one of my friends and colleagues, who is much, much better at setting limits, Drew Schlesinger, who did presets for it, he called me up and said, I got the steam pipe, I'm never going to use it again. You want it? Hey, what's the price? Couldn't say no. So I wish I had the balls of Drew to get rid of stuff he doesn't use.
I'm still thinking of getting a Syntrex 2, the black one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
once I finish my projects, these guys are at the top of the list. But yeah, I know how you feel, Andy.
Yeah, I know.
Because every one of these has just really cool engines. They're all great. They're just.
At least you got some new stuff, though. I'm too broke to buy anything new these days, so.
But is it a problem that we have our own studios instead of playing in bands where we use the gear?
Well, but you only want to take one thing on a gig, so no, right? I mean, if I was gigging, I'd want to be taking the montage. What else? What do I want to schlep gear for?
That's the only thing I'll be taking when I'm gigging.
There you go.
Otherwise, see,
Yeah, so. Yeah,
I've got a gig in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm really looking
Other
forward
old
to
blokes.
2020. Yeah, exactly. I'm really looking forward to 2026 post NAMM. I should have spare time until Super Booth.
I have a feeling the rest of the band doesn't want to hear you say, hold on while I relearn this piece of gear. You guys keep practicing.
But yeah, although that just makes me think about. Oh God, I'm horrible. I'm horrible. I just thought of. There's 4 other pieces of gear that are embarrassing, not set up and ready
Yeah.
to go. And I don't.
Well,
I don't
carry
want
on.
to go there.
You don't want to go there.
So, my C15, my glorious purple C15, Howard.
Yeah, I don't like the color. I never did.
Yeah, but I've got to get back into that, because I actually have some plans to do some new direction and programming with the update they put out last year.
That's what I'd love to do.
Muse-
That thing is glorious. That's really cool.
My Muse and my Polybrute 12 are put away, and that's just a shame, because those are both great machines. Just don't have the time. So, yeah, bad boy. Just not enough time for everything. Some of them are
Really,
so
only
cool.
one person. You only have so much time. So.
Yeah, and that doesn't count the gear that's going to be here when it's officially released, coming soon from some people that I've got the protos on. So then that's another effing problem. I shouldn't complain, but yeah. I guess the biggest complaint I have is that my kids are supposed to move out by now, and I'm supposed to have the bigger room for the studio.
And you believed them when they said it. Unbelievable.
I'm a sucker. But yeah, it's the gas aspect of Gear Guilt.
Mm.
I have really trying not to pull the trigger on anything else for the next 6 months.
Well, you were saved one piece of gear. We all got ripped off by the Anima Omega fiasco. So.
Well, true.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Got the
Remind me
Amplify.
what that's about. Remind me what that's about.
It was Aodio. They went bankrupt. The French company. They made the Silphio, which is an amazing wind controller, which I love. The Anima Phi desktop. And the Anima Omega was their big flagship wavetable. Blah 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 blah.
It was a
thing.
big do-all. It was kind
It
of
was
like
all done. I mean, they literally just had to make it. They had the protos all finished.
So
And
it
they
was a
just screwed up.
Kickstarter, and was it a Kickstarter?
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
reached all the stretch goals, and everything was great. Everything was looking awesome. And then they went, "Oh, we're broke." It's like, God damn it!
I would like to have to buy that thing so much because it was the first modeling hardware synthesizer in years, and I think prior to that, there's how was it? What was there was this VST plugin? No, it's what is not VST plugin. There was this Skype. I forgot the name. Sorry. But there was a modeling plugin synthesizer which was absolutely great. And then I saw this thing on Superbooth and it was glorious. I don't know what happened there.
You can still get the Anima Fee. It's a good thing that's available here and there if you can find one, because it's the same thing with just a single voice. But
it's monophonic. Yeah, so presumably Omen is is it the only polyphonic hardware physical modelling synth, apart from if you don't count the Z1.
The VP one.
Yeah, but that's not exactly common to get.
And the steam pipe's polyphonic.
Okay. So,
well, you got WSA1 too, but those are like hen's teeth. So,
but you've got two.
I have a problem with.
I have three actually.
I have a problem, and I think Floyd will know a little bit about it. Buying SBCs, which I really don't need. They're cheap, but that's a bad reason.
Absolutely.
But I feel guilty about that.
For every project that you do, they require you to buy another screen and another PCB and another digital analog converter, and you always think, oh yeah, I can reuse that in another project, and you don't reuse that in another project.
Exactly.
It just sits there in your drawer and will never get used again.
Exactly.
Do you guys know what's? Do you guys know? Speaking of things that people can have and not use for a while, do you guys know what's happening with the Caladan project? Is that still going?
Caladan. What is it?
Are you in that thing, Manny? Do you have the Caladan on order?
I do. Am I still muted? No, I hear me.
No, you're not now.
No, Brad gave an update, and he owned it's behind. He's taken over stuff. I know he just relocated to the UK, and I'm looking forward to him finishing it. I believe he will.
Yeah, no, his stuff is good.
I like the name.
I have the S2400, and that's one that's sat in a box for a long time too. That's another guilty thing. I like it, but I haven't had time to mess with it. So.
I was just thinking when. Oh,
Yeah, we can hear you, Tim.
sorry, my something's come unplugged, so my battery, the power lead's come unplugged, so I'm about to run out of battery. Yeah, I was about to say, when you start getting to VSTs, that gets a whole new level of guilt stuff, because twice now I've bought VSTs on Black Friday sales, only to find out that I'd already bought it sometime before. It's like, unbelievable.
Oh, I've tried that too.
Yeah. And of course, I've probably got loads of plugins that don't get used as well. So at least with hardware, you can keep track of it. I bought this, the Sonic Rare Ambient Zero, because I'd seen such great demos of it, and again, haven't had time to actually use it yet. So.
Do any of you have subscriptions you feel guilty about?
Yeah, Rolling Cloud. at the top level, Rolling Cloud.
So is that guilty or angry?
Barely. Well, no, I like it. It's just who has the time, right? I barely use it, but it is nice.
Yeah.
I was able to get the plug outs for my System 8 from it. Extra plug outs I didn't have, but whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, and my landline, I don't use it anymore, just for internet. Maybe I should get a new. What do they call it? Can't think. Yeah, just talk to the Vodafone and get it cheaper.
Going back to plugins, it's easy not to
Yeah.
have guilt about them because you never see them.
Yeah.
I know.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, I mean, and the only time I actually get guilt about them is when an update's released, and I go, "Oh, I gotta get the update." And I go, "That's funny. I've updated 4 times and only opened 2 of the plugs."
I bought the whole Waves bundle on a Black Friday thing a couple years ago, just
Oh.
before they raised the price artificially and pissed everybody off or changed the model, whatever the thing was.
Yeah.
And I still haven't touched them since then. I'm just sitting around.
Yeah.
Yeah, effects plugins I use much more than I use synth plugins.
I don't feel guilt about software, just about hardware, because it takes up room.
Yeah.
And you have to dust it.
And you have to dust it, yeah. Or hide it in a drawer somewhere where you can't think.
Or in a box and feel
Yeah.
guilty about it. So,
Apologies if I keep disappearing, by the way, because there's fireworks going up here, so I just keep checking on the dog, which is okay. So get a bit freaked out. So.
What are they celebrating with the fireworks?
Bonfire night, when we celebrate when Parliament almost got blown up in 1604.
Oh, the Guy Fawkes.
Right.
Guy Fawkes.
Okay, Fox.
Yeah.
Although the
Remember, the 5th of November.
unfortunately now people don't seem to do it on the 5th, and they seem to do it on every other day. So, so
And we have the 8th, so it's 3 days after.
So we've had fireworks for the last week basically. So
Okay.
Wow. Well, we had in San Francisco, and I was driving around picking up people to make side money and stuff. They had Halloween like almost 3 days in a row, so it's kind of weird. But everyone's walking around in costume for several days.
Yeah. I was going to say it's a cheap joke, but isn't everyday Halloween in San Francisco?
Well, yeah, that's a different matter. But no, it's. I mean, guys had to like deflate their costume to get in the car and all kinds of stuff. It's crazy.
You could dress up as an ICE agent.
Oh, that's a bad joke. Actually, that's a really painful joke.
That would not go over up there.
No, you might actually get shot. So.
yeah. Should we change the subject topic? Yep. And you are nodding, Howard. So what should we change it to?
Anything but guilt.
Okay. What do you feel good about not using?
What do I feel good about not using?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That. What was that thing called? There were 2 models of that ring, kind of groove box drum machine thing that you could take the ring off and use an accelerometer. I totally forgot the name of it. I have one of those.
It's a Zoom Arc 96.
Zoom Arc 96 and 48. The 48 actually had more controls on it than the 96. But man, those things were shit. It's just so bad. That's why they're blowing them out. Yeah.
The polysynthy. I'm glad I don't have one of those. EMS polysynthy is a dreadful machine.
That's the multicolored one, right? It's got
Yeah,
yellow
that's
and
the one.
orange and right.
Yeah.
Looks like a classroom synth.
So I don't say I enjoy not using it. I would just say I have zero guilt that I haven't used it since shortly after I purchased it. Would be the Behringer UBXA. I really dug into it for about 2 months just to see.
Yeah, but when did you do
what
it?
was about.
A year ago?
I put a year ago. Yes, I haven't put the updates in it.
You should. You should. When you can really do a lot with the atrophy settings now.
Yeah, true. But the big reason why is I don't miss it, and those aren't going to change my mind, is 2 things. One is what I really appreciated about that era of Oberheim sound just isn't there enough for me. It's a very basic synthesizer.
Yeah, but it
synthesizers
has
go.
16 voices.
It does have 16 voices. But the display position And the keyboard feel mechanics, it's just after a while, it's just like literally, I just cannot stand it anymore.
I only have
So it's still a budget keyboard, right?
desktop.
Yeah, I mean it has all the features, but
Is
after
the
you play it,
filter is the filter right? You know, the kind of very slight
No.
bleed. And, no, not right.
No, it's close. It's close, but it ain't right. But it's one of those things. And you'd have had the value arguing about it, but there's a very specific thing that I want that Oberheim sound for, and it doesn't do it because that's where it misses. And then when you throw the other stuff in, I don't miss it. It's a fine thing, and I wouldn't. If somebody wanted to buy one, I'd say go for it because as a value synth for a starter synth, it's very good. But for what I wanted to investigate for it, it just wasn't working. So I have not updated it. But the key mechanism for me is just horrible. Look, I have an M8. I had an M8X. I got the Arturia. You play that after, you just go, oh god.
Similarly, I bought a Solina, Behringer Solina. I don't feel guilty about it because it was so cheap.
Yeah.
And I'll use it maybe at some point as an effects machine, or for the nostalgic sound. It nails it pretty well.
Yeah.
Quite happy with that.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, I'm not Behringer bashing, because like I said, I love the Cobalt, and you can't see it on top of this, but that's all their System 55 stuff, and I have all the ARP 2500 stuff, and the ARP 2500 stuff is actually exceedingly well done.
Well, it's a love-hate thing. You can still like some of the stuff and bash the other stuff.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, so. But I don't miss the.
Yeah, it's like Zappa. I can bash a lot of Zappa music, but I love the rest.
Yeah, exactly. But so Hedrick, I have to update it and then sell it because I will not use it. I just won't use it. Especially in the keyboard version.
I like it, and I still have to do a few noise shows with it. Actually, on Saturday, I plan to do a noise show with it. I haven't prepared for it yet, but I should.
Yeah.
Anything else you feel good about not using?
Quite a few things.
The microphone?
No one mentioned the Timberwolf yet. Come on, no Timberwolf comments out there.
If I had to put something in that list, I would say what I'm looking at is Kawai K5 and my K5000. Just because they're tedious. I love them.
5000 is a hard thing to edit. Yeah.
But it's just that they're tedious, but they're great synths. So they definitely aren't missed. And they're the ones that when I turn them on, I go, oh, okay. And now I don't remember why I don't turn them on as much. So I just can't get rid of them because they are totally unique. Both of those. What else? I would say that would probably be the only thing I could say that falls into
the K5000 most use the presets on. It's a bitch to edit, so.
But you can feel good about not using something because you liked how it was, you are remembering stuff about it. It reminds you of stuff.
I'm glad
so
I
you want to
don't
keep
use,
it because of that.
I'm glad that my Mellotron is digital.
Right.
You want to pull those racks of tapes out and swap the... Imagine doing that on the road. That's crazy.
Yeah, they did. I mean, several bands. I mean, Moody Blues,
Yeah.
Genesis, I think.
Rick Wakeman, yeah.
Wakeman as well, yeah.
We complain now if our keyboard's a little heavy.
or it takes a quarter of a second to change a preset.
Yeah.
Well, as I said, I'm playing that YC in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
instead of a B3. You know?
I did once share a house with a Hammond organ that split in half. The bottom.
Yeah,
well,
split C3 probably. Yeah.
And then it took 4 people to carry each half. I don't miss things like that really.
Yeah, I love the sound though. You got to love that sound.
Yeah. Oh, with the Leslie.
Yeah.
Can you get close in a YC to a Hammond?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Digital Hammond. I've got a digital Hammond as well. Right there.
Have you used the digital actual Hammond keyboards, or the branded Hammond ones? Have you used those at all?
That is branded Hammond.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know they had a few for a while that were
It's
popular.
the KX5, and it's really good. It's got the virtual J wires. It's got like three actual real positions where it does the J wire, and 6 more, I think, for all the 9 that are computed from the velocity. Wow. So you can actually set up each key with a different position of these J wires. Wow. That is very wild. Specific programming that I'm not prepared to do.
Yeah. But it totally replicates the
pretty much. When you play it very lightly and very quickly, you just get the high.
Yeah,
high registers.
Do you have a MIDI foot controller for it also, so you can get crazy with it?
A MIDI foot controller.
Footboard.
No, I don't have the pedals. No.
Yeah.
But I split it and play with automatic chords with my left hand most of the time. And so use some of the effects, like there's a ring modulator in there and the delay stuff. You can get some pretty neat 70s style effects out of it. The spring reverb is very good. I could do with a real Leslie. I think that's the only thing they haven't nailed there.
That's a tough one.
There's even a pair of very small valves in this digital machine, just to warm up some part of the signal chain that they couldn't really emulate.
One of the things I find very interesting that we dealt with way back when we were doing the physical modeling stuff with Yamaha is you can model all these weird behaviors, but there's a physical thing that happens in space with an actual object that they still can't deal with emulating psychoacoustically. So for anybody that ever plays a Hammond, you can pick probably any one of the clones that are digital and you put it in a real Hammond in the space, that's going to still sound better than any great Leslie model through a pair of stereo speakers, because it's just not the same kinetics of the sound. We always joked around. What you needed to do is kind of what that French company does with that resonator that they sell. Yamaha should have sold the VLs with a dedicated physical speaker. That was
Voix de Luthier.
Yeah. Because things happen in physical space relative to sound that they still can't get.
Yeah, that's Christophe Duquesne.
Yeah,
Christophe Duquesne. He helped out with the new Dune movie as well.
Oh yeah, wow.
So
my favorite Hammond is the Nova Chord. I always love the Nova Chord sound.
Yeah, I've seen watched some videos recently with, I think, Rob Schwimmer playing the Nova Chord.
That Restoration Project website has so many great samples of it.
Yeah.
It's just weird stuff. It's really cool.
Oh, can you send? You've got my email address or whatever. I can't go into the chat room or chat it to me here. Actually.
Yeah, I can chat it.
Yeah.
Ever felt guilty about something you bought?
Oh yeah.
Things like the sequential, I love it, but that's £3,000, and I was like,
The X, right?
The X, yeah.
Prophet X, yeah. I wasn't interested in that at all because it had samples. Because it had samples in it.
Yeah.
I can say I have zero guilt about this, regardless of its price, because it is just probably one.
That's
of the
the
best.
third wave, is it?
Yeah,
it is awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is just phenomenal, top to bottom, the way it sounds, the UI. the build, the company adding features. It's just ridiculous. I had a little bit of a break because I got the original NAMM pre-order price, but I'd pay full pop for it again tomorrow. It's worth every penny. No guilt about it at all.
Hey Howard, I put the link in the chat.
Thank
Novacore
you.
restoration site.
That was funny.
Private chat, studio chat.
It's the regular chat, the YouTube chat. Are you in the YouTube chat?
No, I'm not.
I'll put it in the private then. It's studio
It
chat.
wanted me to sign into.
It's okay. It's in private chat. So.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Got it.
Yeah, it's a cool site. That's why they also sold a CD-ROM for a while, an audio CD that actually had a lot of the samples on it, which I picked up at one point. I don't know if they still have that or not, but
Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying to capture that in one of the Zebras. Well, the new one.
well, the cool thing of a modern sampler that has the single sample stretch algorithm that works really well, unlike the classic sampling, you can just load one sample from the Novacore site, and it's glorious. It plays really well.
Wow.
Thing. So.
Yeah, but I'd like to synthesize it.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
0 MB,
Yes, I get it. But you get those artifacts that are fun too. So.
Good. Well, I'll check that out. Thanks, Andy.
No problem. They also have clips from movies, famous movies it was in, TV shows like Alfred Hitchcock, and a bunch of other stuff. But my favorite the favorite demo on there is when they showed the restoration project where they gutted it and replaced everything, all the vacuum tubes, everything, and then they turned it on the way it was set and just did a quick demo. And the patch it was set to is just the most wicked thing. It's just an awesome patch. And it was no planning on it. It was great.
Didn't Mark Doty used to own one of those?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah.
They're around here and there. I've seen one in person once, I think. I'm trying to remember where it was.
It's crazy when you open that thing up. All the repeated.
Well, it's funny because on the outside it just looks like a GX1, right? It's just this nice wooden cabinet and unassuming controls, and then you see what's inside of it. Like, whoa, it's crazy.
Well, it looks more like for me, more like one electric Grand, Yamaha electric Grand, just a few controls along the front.
Yeah.
Lovely style, very,
very sleek, very clean,
very sleek. Yeah. Love the look of it, and there's large controls.
And the Cherry Audio version they came out with is pretty good too. You can get the emulator from Cherry Audio.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah. Howard, as you're not watching the YouTube chat, you'll be surprised to know that someone's asked when Zebra 3 will be out.
Oh, of course they asked that. Yeah.
Last week, you missed it?
Coming soon since 2012.
Yes.
No, we're really on the case.
At least
Really
the T-shirts will never go out of date.
They will eventually, hopefully, go out of date.
Back to guilt. Have you ever sold anything and felt guilty?
Yes. A Matten and Visha's Banana 6-voice synthesizers. And it was sold in America, I think, under the name SSB or Synthesizer Studio Bonn, or even if it did get to America. And it was kind of in the style of an Oberheim. A very simplified Oberheim with the same kind of livery, blue livery. It was looked very nice and sounded pretty good. I really, I wish I'd kept that, but I was strapped for cash at the time because I wanted to buy a DX7.
So it was a 2-pole filters, or what was it?
Yeah, as far as I remember.
Okay.
I wasn't really into the technology, the actual architecture, but of the filter. I didn't know the difference between 12 or 24 dB, you know, at the time. I just loved the sound and the looks of it. Yeah, I miss that, and I very much regret selling my Synthi A's. I'd like to have kept one of them at least. Should have done. With the KS keyboard, I should have kept that AKS.
Wow, yeah.
That's guilt against yourself. Have you tried it the other way when you have sold something?
Well, I felt sorry for the guy that.
Feeling sorry for the guy who bought it. Never.
Never.
Then
I mean,
yeah.
Just to chime in on that, because Howard, one of his guilts was selling to get a DX7. I've sold very few pieces of gear, and the closest thing to feeling bad about it was when I sold my OG DX7. But I killed that thing. I mean, I programmed so much on it. Probably half a dozen of the membrane switches were cracked, where I rest my fingers on the front edge of the panel that's metal. The acids from my palm and fingers had bubbled up the paint in many places. And I'd moved on to the DX7 2s and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't regret selling it because I didn't need it. I kept the TX7 and the 816s for the original stuff on it, but just because like that was my first big synthesizer that, you know, kind of got me to where I'm at. I kind of wished I still had it, even as beat up as it was. But, you know, the inverse thing I've mentioned before, I have zero guilt about selling my Rolands because I never used them. I made a killing on them because they were loaded on pallets at Goodman Music in North Hollywood. It was $250 each, so I got the pair for $500. Tried to gig with them live for 2 years. I sold them at the peak of the 90s thing for them. I had the original boxes, the vinyl cases, the turning wheel transpose codes, somebody who was dying to have mint ones, and I sold the pair for $3,500. So I don't miss them at all. I deep sampled both of them before I let them go, and to this day, the SideQuest drives I sampled them to are still in there unedited. That's how much I don't miss them. And those in the hardware gems know, if I need a TB303 sound, I nail it with my Sony 99. So there you go.
Is it SideQuest 44, 88, or 270?
270.
Okay,
yeah. This is real nerd stuff.
Oh yeah. I'm an early adopter SideQuest. I had 44s.
I sold my TV303 when it was just about acid time, when acid was beginning to be a thing. I don't regret selling it because it sounded like shit, but I regret I didn't get the money for it that I
270
that I could have gotten if I'd waited a few years.
With the Synthi, I'd like to have kept it.
Yeah.
Whatever the selling price.
Oh, man.
That's why I'm interested in getting Syntrex 2.
And man, when you use that drive, I hope it works because 270 is notorious for having drive failures. So.
Well, look, I haven't missed them in how many? Let's see, how many years is that? I think I sold them.
Yeah. It won't matter, but just in case, be ready.
I do have the drive. It's in the bottom drawer. Oddly enough, sitting next to my disk drive for my Commodore 64, which I'm sure doesn't work either.
You know, when you have your certain indicative sounds of a drive, and when it's working well, when it's not working well, SideQuest has that young when it reads the drive, and sometimes you'd get some weird blinky light, and then it would die, and it's just
I think I have somewhere in some bottom drawer some tape storage drives by iOmega. And some of those,
the zip drives,
the little zip drives as well. Yeah.
Do you have jazz drives too? The hard drive one?
Jazz drives I had.
Yeah.
All stored somewhere.
No, actually, I don't have jazz drives because they were
great for sampling
when they were new.
Yeah.
But you know, I got a what is it? DLT tape. I got some DLT tape.
Oh yeah, DLT. Do you have Trevan tape?
No, I don't. My brother's had a couple of phase optical drives.
Yeah, I have magneto optical. The really 5 1/4 magneto optical. They were great.
God, what the hell?
Actually, I couldn't afford too many cartridges, so I had Emax 2 on one side. You flip it over, and had computer data on the other side. So.
Oh my God, what else is in here? Cassette, Rhodes Chroma dump. Woohoo!
Oh,
Ah!
I've still got the ESQ1 tape somewhere there. It's on-
I'd love a Rhodes Chroma.
Oh yeah, it's funny. I watched Anthony Marinelli's studio tour the other day.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
And there's only 2 pieces of gear he has that I'm jealous of, and that is his chroma rig. He's got the expander plus the programmer, and his Yamaha CS30. I've been on the lookout for a CS30 for over a year and a half.
Should be able to find one. Or 35.
The
35.
Chroma Polaris is cool too. It had some really weird sounds in it.
Yeah, but the original
I didn't
one,
like the look of it. I hated
No,
the look of the
it's that weird
color.
80s look, but it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked
But
like
so is the Fismo. Fismo looks like crap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, but I love the Fismo. It's great.
Oh, yes. Insane keyboard.
But
That's
you got to
to show
get that
that-
FALMO plugin, the app for it, to fully investigate all the parts. There's some non-panel accessible parts in the Fismo, of all things. It's
Yeah.
like, great
I got
job,
it.
in
I
Sonic.
tried to get into trance waves in the. I had a couple of ASR 10s, and wasn't so interesting that I wouldn't have made a synthesizer with that
Well,
technology.
the TS10 is cool because it gives you trans waves, plus it gives you
All the other stuff.
all the other stuff. It's really nice.
Yeah.
And the
TS10.
aftertouch on
Yeah,
it, Poly AT was great on it. So
Yeah.
Isn't
I've got
that the
the V-
same as the ASR 10, but new
Similar.
generation?
yeah,
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I've got the VFX here, and it's just about the most digital thing ever. So it's-
Yeah.
But in a good way, though.
in a good way, it is an
Yeah.
awesome sounding sound. It's,
And the EPS 16 Plus was a great sampler.
That was great. Yeah, that's why I got the ASR 10.
Yeah.
'Cause It's
Yeah.
practically the same.
But even the
Some-
lowly EPS had polyphonic aftertouch. It's crazy.
oh, I know, yeah, incredible.
It was very stiff, very tough.
Stiff, but it works. Yeah. It's-
Yes. Yes.
The,
Someone's asking.
On the form, the polyphonic aftertouch is fantastic.
Mm,
I really like it.
But then again,
That-
the channel aftertouch on the D50 was crap. Like you had to almost break the keys to get it to work sometimes.
D50, yeah.
I love the D50, but the aftertouch is rough.
Talking about bad gear, D70 scanning speed.
oh,
yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Notorious.
can we just go with D70 full stop? No, so,
Yeah, yeah. Full
I have a
burst,
half functional
exactly.
D70. I haven't used it for a while, but
yeah. Yeah, I'm so disappointed.
Yeah.
Since none of you have any guild of selling gear,
Oh, well, I was going to say,
I mean selling, cheating the buyer. What is your best poker face?
Best poker face?
I
can't
always
do
sold
poker
too cheap. I never did it.
Okay.
I'm not good at that.
oh, no, the trouble is, Henrik, I was too nice. What I did, because I think the only piece of gear I've actually sold that was the S330 I mentioned earlier. But when I moved here to where I live now, about 11 years ago, I had limited room and a busted shoulder. So I donated to people my Trace Elliott bass amp and my Korg, Korg electric piano. And when I went to visit the person, when the person had the piano, a few months later, I found that it was now bunged in a cupboard with loads of stuff piled on it and wasn't actually ever going to be used. So I took it back again. Because I
Indian
thought,
gift. Yeah.
I've now got a use for that, and if you're not going to use it, I'm going to use it. But it was a little dented. But yeah, I do miss. That's my biggest regret, though, of getting rid of stuff, is the Trace Elliott bass amp. That was but it did need 2 people to carry it. So
Yeah.
yeah, but too nice. So
I thought I lost this one. I showed it on the last.
oh, good lord.
Real
Real
Russian.
tone.
Real tone. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Beep, boop, boop, beep,
So
beep,
so I
boop,
thought I lost it, and I really missed it. But
It's a hell of
Now-
a calculator.
now-
Also, it's,
now that I found it,
Da da da.
I don't really miss it. So you can feel guilty until you, yeah.
Does anyone remember that back in the 80s, they had these small toy pianos? You could buy them in stores, and they came with birthday greeting cards, for example, and then there was a melody, and you could play the melody on that small piano. Really cheap stuff, but I wonder what happened to that.
Wow.
I know
I
somebody
ignored
made a
those.
tie
They went
MIDI
MIDI.
controller. You could play
Yeah.
the tie. So
I never expected sampling technology to go so low as greeting cards.
Well, because you haven't seen the talking toilet paper yet.
That sounds like a shit idea.
You're talking crap, yes.
Yeah, I like to roll with it.
my favorite are the little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Rankin Bass figures that talk. So like the dentist talks and the Rudolph talks.
Yeah,
Those
we
are
got
great.
them.
Yeah.
They're great. That's funny.
Yeah, so.
Oh man.
Furbies.
Well, yeah,
Furby.
I was about to say that because we've gone full circle. That we've, they made the Furbies, put sampling technology in it. They made all these strange noises, and now we've got samples of those in Omnisphere.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, they have a
Samples
Furby
of
bank.
Furbies, you know?
Right.
That's
Samples of Furbies in the Omnisphere.
How many did Sam put in his Furby synthesizer? There's like
Oh.
what 40 of them in that.
A lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
look, Mum, no computer, you mean? Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's been there for years.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they call the samples. Do they call them something with Furby?
The Furlight.
Furlight.
That's it.
Steve Elbows has put in the chat that if there's now Furbies in Omnisphere, does that mean the Furbies now support MPE?
Well, if you left Furbies in a room to talk to each other, they would learn some weird shit from what I've seen on videos. I mean, they would just iterate
With a
and
bit
do
of
weird stuff.
AI between them. A
Yeah,
layer
it
of
was-
AI between.
It's kind of like those things where you let the Alexa talk to Siri back and forth.
Siri.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I must say, I use ChatGPT to throw my some of my more clunky bits of text into it to see what it does, and find it very helpful for the user guides, for the manuals. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
I know
Just-
people are doing that. Yeah, that's the work.
yeah. No, it's really good.
It is helpful if you can see its limits. If you
Yeah, and
understand
you
when it
have to-
makes mistakes.
Well, if you just
Yeah,
want to
you
make
have
the
to
text
realize
better,
that
use the Grammarly plugin. Grammarly is very good. Fixes
Yeah,
spelling.
but
and grammar
I
errors.
use ChatGPT for a lot of different things. And so
That's true, but
might as
it
well
makes a lot of
stay in the
errors
one.
too.
yeah,
I
but
don't-
I read meticulously everything it throws out. at
Like
me.
some of the facts it throws out are like, "Whoa, where'd you get that from?" So,
I don't ask that question. I just check.
yeah,
I use it a lot for when doing shows. Then I just write a few notes about what the show will be about and ask it to make it 50 words. And those are good descriptions sometimes.
And
for
you
the
use it
videos.
for? Do you use it for your graphics as well? For the
Yes.
funny
Yes.
images.
Yeah.
And then
All
I add the
plus
text manually.
synthesizers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still haven't learned to draw keyboards properly.
or hands.
No, they're,
Yeah.
they're almost there with
they're
hands
better
now.
at hands.
But
Yeah.
piano keyboards are always wrong.
Last one I did with
Yeah.
hands, it was all messed up. So I don't know.
Yeah, they are better at hands now. But keyboards, either there's too many black keys, or they are playing the keyboards backwards.
Yeah.
I just thought of one category that we should talk about. Did you ever regret buying gear because you saw it on YouTube and it looked super cool, and then you bought it and it was not really good?
Yeah.
Depends who demoed it. If Jex has demoed it, I probably liked it.
I've bought several plugins that sounded rubbish when I went to play them, so I was like, okay. Yeah. But
Yeah, I bought a lot, which I saw on YouTube. But today you see everything on YouTube. You don't have the shops. Not many after all.
A looper. I regret buying that, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that on YouTube.
Fortunately, we still have opportunities to play pretty much anything in LA between a couple of the major shops that are still in Hollywood and Perfect Circuit and Burbank, and I can get out and play stuff multiple times. Perfect Circuit is just a luxury to have because they have a great showroom. They'll let you play with stuff as long as you like. Bring your own headphones are great. So very fortunate that they are.
Well, that Hollywood Guitar Center used to be a really good flagship store, and it kind of sucks now. But they used to have amazing stuff there.
Yeah, but at least they still have some things there. But we're still pretty fortunate, knock on wood, close enough to make a round trip there in about 40 minutes. So.
And Sam Ash was nice across the street. You could compare the stuff, and now they're gone.
Yeah.
So.
Have you other guys got large music instrument stores close by?
The only one that was relatively close by closed down some weeks ago. So it's really seems to be unsustainable business model, unfortunately.
Unless you're a company like Toman,
Yeah.
who uses it as storage as well.
yeah,
I
used
have
to.
a good. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Carry on.
I was just going to say, I have a Guitar Center near me, a couple of them, because there's so many in the Bay Area. So they're all different. You got to go to different ones to see what they have. But my favorite thing is this used store down the street. That there seem to be a lot of synth collectors in the area that keep dying, and they buy their whole lot. And that's how I bought a Waldorf XT and a bunch of other stuff because they just collect crazy stuff and they get really good prices on it. So.
Yeah, I used to live only 10 miles away from Anderton's in the UK, and that was, that was really cool.
Guildford, yeah?
Guildford, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm now 3 hours away from there.
I used to live down in a few miles south of Farnham. So it wasn't too far,
Yeah, and we've now actually, it's kind of weird because I used to go into London a lot, into Denmark Street.
Road, Denmark Street.
Yeah, and there used to be so many great music shops down there. And now we've got two new ones, and most of them have gone now, but we've got two new ones, which is the new Roland store and also the new offshoot of Schneider's Laden.
Oh,
Schneider's Keller, we've got there. And what they've done in Schneider's Keller is that they've synced every piece of, they've linked the clocks of every piece of modular gear in there. So no matter where you are in the store, you can set something off running in one part of the store, go across, turn something else on, and it will be in sync. And it
excellent.
That's, but I thought they're going to regret this. That's fun.
Yeah, in Denmark we only have some small shops now. The big ones closed some years ago, and the small ones usually have the same gear for a year or two. So it's not where you go and get a demo. That's sad.
I used to go into Rod Argent's in Denmark Street and check out the stuff as often as I could, and as long as they would let me.
So they threw you out when you.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Speaking of music stores, have you guys seen those Instagram reels? The store DLX Music Stockholm. It's a music store, and they always do these group jams with the gear in the store, and they're really good. Like they're playing like covers of songs and stuff. Very clever. I like when they make fun stuff like that with the music stores.
Link?
Just look up DLX Music Stockholm on Instagram. It's easy to find. DLX. Almost every week they have some kind of jam, and it's someone playing drums, someone playing synth, someone playing guitar, some vocal thing. The camera roves around and it catches everybody doing their thing. It's really cool. It's like off the cuff. It's very fun.
Oh, one thing I've recently seen on YouTube that I thoroughly enjoyed was Gaz Williams and his drummer. Have you watched that?
No.
Oh, yeah, I think
I haven't got that yet.
It's a really good concept because it's completely improvised, but they have they've got a few little technical methods of staying in sync with each other without using a click track. So, tap time for Gaz. And,
yeah, I did see that, yeah. It was a few months ago. So, yeah.
Oh, no, it's new.
Oh, he's done a brand new one. Oh,
Yeah, real live with audience. Very good.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, because
if you use the mobile phone for monitoring, then you can stay in sync.
I'll see if I can find that and post a link to it.
Yeah, I'm sure he did some. Yeah, okay. Wagyu's posted the link. Yeah. Oh, it's good he's done a new one. Yeah, I'm sure he did one of those a while ago as well.
So Wagyu posted a link, yeah?
No, he's just put what it's called. It's on the Gaz Williams channel.
It looks like it was just done 4 days ago.
Okay, right. Yeah, he has done
Quasimodo live at the live.
He has done it before. Yeah.
Quasimodo.
Yeah.
Live at the Jam Jar.
Yeah.
Not seen that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I've had
I don't know where.
Drummer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know when the videos will be up, but they did Gaz and Steve Davis organised a gig 2 days before the Machina Bristonica show in the UK.
Yeah.
And it was a modular, improvised show, but all the people playing were the manufacturers.
Yeah.
And I spoke to a couple of them beforehand. I was there at the event, and I spoke to a couple beforehand who were actually terrified. They're not used to performing with their gear. It was an absolutely awesome evening. But Steve and Gaz weren't actually playing as part of the show, so they did the halftime entertainment, and they were going around handing out ice creams in the interval, but while also making sort of weird music tracks out of bits of adverts.
Yeah, Gaz always has some good ideas, but I think this is one that really works.
Yeah,
because he's a very, very. The drummer has got a lot of feel.
That's the thing. It's like I love playing with drum machines, but when you can play with a real drummer, it's totally different. Yeah, it's so cool. I've only done it a couple times, and if you can find a guy who's good who can track you, because he has to basically follow you. There's just no way to do that.
Yeah.
With especially ARPs going to different tempos and stuff, and it's really fun.
Have you ever felt guilt about changing the topic?
Nope. Next.
You know the rule, Henrik. If there's a gap, you have to sing in Danish. So.
Right.
I let you do that, Steve. You have heard it enough, so you should be able to.
Actually, my friend's mom is Danish. I've heard some Danish stuff, but it's in one ear, out the other. So. If you give me some of that salty black licorice, I might be able to sing it, but
that's okay.
It's not my favorite stuff, so.
My wife and I just talked about that today, that Americans don't understand why we like it.
I like black licorice, I just don't like the salty stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I love the salmiak, they call it in Germany.
Yeah.
We had Indian youth exchange guys with us once when I was a kid, and they brought actual aniseed in a jar with little piece of crystallized sugar, and you chew up the aniseed, put the sugar in your mouth. That was awesome. Just a nice strong anise flavor. I was happy with that.
Yeah.
I had a Dutch friend at school who used to get this stuff sent over from where his relatives live. So I tried the salty licorice when I was about 12, and really got to like it. I think it depends on how early you get.
Probably. It's like the dried salted plums in Mexico called saladitas. It's like, oh, those are awful.
Awful.
Do you
how
know
about the Norwegian brown cheese?
Do you know these?
That is dreadful stuff. That's mocha, yeah. That mocha. Oh, what are they?
Licorice also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know those. They're kind of licorice jelly with little balls of perfumed sugar on the outside. Yeah, I remember those from a long time ago.
Yeah, they are really good.
What are they called, Henrik?
I don't know. Here, confect buttons.
Yeah, can't remember what they were originally.
They are usually in a mix with other licorice and candy. But we can get them.
Yes, they were
like
actually
this.
part of the original round trees. What do they call it? The licorice, all sorts.
Yeah.
It's all sorts.
Yeah. I think
And
we
you
just
used
call
to
it
get those
confect
little
mix.
ones. Yeah,
Ah,
they were my favourites as well.
But that's off topic. Off topic. I'm not guilty about this.
I have no guilt of people eating
I'm talking
candy.
55
No
years
guilt.
ago. I remember this.
Yeah, Manny needs more customers, so eat all the candy you can. So,
yeah.
my dentist used to give out candy at the end of the checkup. We had a treasure chest.
Yeah.
And go pick your
Come
favorite
back,
piece of
come
candy.
Really?
Oh
Well,
yeah.
It was supposed to be sugarless.
No, it's in the '80s. It was real candy.
So, all right. So here's a guilt topic. It's going to be kind of limited, but it might resonate with Howard and Tim. Ever felt guilty about feedback you gave to someone you're developing something with?
Oh yes. I had a what do you call it? Kyra. Kyra.
Oh yeah,
And,
Waldorf. Yeah.
That's the one. And I sent some very biting feedback that I probably should have toned down a bit.
Yeah.
I didn't hear from him after that.
Yeah, because that's sometimes tough. I mean, it's
And I told Dave Smith that I didn't like the oscillators on my Prophet 12.
Ooh, well, I don't think you're alone in that opinion, but
yeah, it's pretty tough sometimes when you're trying to have the integrity of giving people good feedback, but then in a way that just doesn't sound like you're just being a jerk.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a tough one. I have felt guilty with things coming out with the wrong choice of words in that scenario a couple of times.
Yeah, I have several more that I don't really want to mention.
Yeah. I hear you on that.
yeah.
The reason I bring it up is I'm thinking something just happened about 2 weeks ago. I'm thinking, I could have said that a lot better.
But instead of feeling guilty about that, don't you have some guilt of the things that didn't come out of your mouth?
Well, no. I'll tell you why there's guilt. Because there's guilt the guilt is that if the message is ignored because of the delivery, then I feel guilty because then it ruins an opportunity for improvement.
Yeah, true.
So that's why it's like when I'm in those situations, it's like I try to make sure that if I'm going to give feedback that I don't use the word negative. It's always constructive. Right?
I agree. Feedback should be constructive.
It's always
usable.
constructive. And
and not just an opinion.
Yeah, now we
like,
can just push the whole text through ChatGPT and ask it to be nice.
Be
Make-
nice, be
make
polite.
Make this polite.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Or you can.
I was going to say I haven't
can
had to
set-
do that. Oh, sorry, Floyd. Go ahead.
Okay. You can set up your email program to delay the delivery of the email for 10 minutes or so. That saved my ass so many times.
There you go. That makes sense.
Yeah. I was going to say I haven't had to do it many times in the music world. In my real day life, I'm actually a computer programmer, so many times I've had to give unpleasant feedback to people. The only time I've ever had to do it in the music world was when I had to basically tell a synth manufacturer I was sort of working with that your synth is amazing, the capabilities are amazing, your factory presets are terrible. You know, and that was tough to do, but it was, yeah, you don't feel guilty about it because it had to be said, you know. But, and unfortunately, they ignored me, released the product, and then all the reviewers said, "This is amazing, such a potential in this machine, but the factory presets are terrible." So it was like,
That's a painful I told you so.
A few things I really hated when I tried them out. The M Audio Razor, was it? Razor? That had a dreadful sound quality, and they were trying to tell me that it's edgy. It's this is what the kids want today.
What do you think of the Venom?
And like
You like
1
the
year
Venom?
later, they were selling them off about a third of the price.
yes.
Is that you're talking about the Venom? Is that the one you want?
Venom, that's it.
Venom,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Audio
gloriously
Venom.
noisy and bombastic, but I can see why people hate it. So
Oh, yes. Yeah, speaking of synths that had terrible presets, someone's mentioned the Waldorf Kyra in the chat. Yep.
yeah.
Again.
Howard, have you ever worked with the Capybara system?
No, but I would be interested to see what it's about.
Yeah, don't see them much anymore, but they
Yeah.
sound great when they're in the right hands.
Is that similar to the Excite? I had problems with that. The what's the name of the company? Anyway, it was XITE-1, and it was a Capybara style hardware device that could do modular synthesis and physical modeling and stuff. What was the name of the company?
Don't remember that.
That's not why I said I triggered another piece of guilty gear.
Okay.
My Nord Modular G2.
Oh yeah.
My Nord micro modular.
Yeah,
I don't-
that's such a great system. I mean, you got to put your time in to do it, but yeah, it really does do everything.
You know
I
what's
like
great,
the
though?
G1. I like that. They had one
Like-
special oscillator.
Yeah, that's great though. The
Oscillator.
Proteus 2500 and the command stations have the virtual patch cables inside,
Right,
and they're basically modules as well. It's just nuts, you know.
I do have to ask one important question now when we are so many patch designers. Have you ever made a patch you feel guilty about? It could be a copy of something else you just
Like
changed
because it's derivative or what?
changed the LFO on or something.
No, I
like that.
don't do that. Don't go there.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I start from scratch.
yep.
Yeah.
Only way to do it.
Yeah, that's
You
really
guys have never tried randomizers just for fun to start with something?
No way.
Nope.
Hate them.
I usually make some basic patches, and then I expand on those. So yes, I start from scratch with one, and that one can become 8 different ones.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
I don't
as
feel
well.
guilty about that.
Well, that's a different thing, though. That's not what I don't think that's really what you're talking about. You know, it's really just like like if you do a wave station or a wave state sound, you get it all done. All you do is swap out the oscillators or the sequence of the thing. You leave all the rest of the shit the same. Yeah, no, none of
I
that
think
crap.
a couple of times I've done a version of somebody else's patch in Zebra. and I've always credited them.
Look
Based
at all the
on-
copies of the soundtrack patch, the famous soundtrack patch
What's that?
from
Oh, the
D50.
D50.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's what's
Well,
interesting.
there's a Sawyer in every synth as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But as I should be.
Sawyer.
I don't know if Howard runs into this or the other guys too. It's like when I get a project, the reason I don't have any guilt is there's one of two ways that you get a project. It's one, the other, or it's usually a blend, which is I'm either given the free reign to do what I do, because that's why they want me on the project, and I never feel remotely guilty about what I turn in because I can do what I do. And then we have some components that are, okay, we need X number of patches in this category. Okay, and I never feel guilty about that because I do my best job within those categories in my take on them. You know, I mean, if you ask me, do I feel guilty about turning in just a monophonic, lead, sawtooth lead? Well, if it's part of the spec, no, I'm just going to make my version of it the best I can. I never feel guilty about it because I'm on spec,
Yeah, sometimes some of those, as you say, sawtooth lead, it's the tiny details of how the glide works,
Or the envelope timing, the whole thing.
all that stuff. You can get some really beautiful, very simple sounds that do take a while to program, and people say, "Yeah, but it's just a sawtooth lead,"
Yeah. Oh,
because they can't play it.
so I have inverse guilt, just related to exactly what you said, Howard. I will knock myself out, okay, getting those subtle things just right. Between envelope times, filter, amplifier contour peaks, velocity, all that shit, and then somebody's like, I don't get it. It's like,
What can I use that for?
yeah, no. I mean, and the classic one, especially coming from the heavy FM background, is like the first rule of thumb in programming a Yamaha FM synth. Okay, you never have an attack faster than 88, unless you're a glutton for punishment. The feel that you get on something by just making just a tiny tweak to the envelope response times changes the playability and the perception of the harmonic content evolution.
Yeah,
huge.
the first few milliseconds. Yeah,
It's all about the first few milliseconds, yeah. And I will, on some sounds, I will literally dial that stuff in for over an hour to get the right thing, and then
an hour.
That's it.
That's nothing.
Well, I was going to say, you guys must get a lot of ear fatigue to get these things just right. Do you take a lot of breaks before you finish?
oh yeah,
I just move on to something else, then go back to that. Next day.
I go and come back. Well, I'll give you an example, Andy. When I did that montage piano project, okay, I could work for about an hour or two, and then I had to stop and I had to just clear all the harmonic content out of my head. And so much of it was just no more than 2 hours a day, multiple days. Because when you walk back in the next day and turn it on, until I went in and turned it on and said that doesn't sound like crap, I had to get that far along because
The fresh
I would
ears,
go in,
yeah.
because you'd think it was getting somewhere, and then you come back cold again. You go, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah, it's like mixing.
It's like a
Oh
song,
yeah,
you know,
exactly. Yeah, and that particular thing, to your point, it was all about the transients. The first quarter second of that sound is the whole sound. It's just the attack. So yeah, sometimes I feel guilty about killing myself for that, where a lot of it's going to go unnoticed.
Yeah, the only time I felt guilty doing a sound was a number of times I've been the editor on libraries that are collaborative ones made by a number of people working together. So I've been responsible for going through and making sure that everything sort of feels like one library, making sure all the levels match and everything else. And just occasionally some of the patches just weren't sort of up to scratch, so sort of tidied them up a bit. And most times people came back and said, "Oh, that sounds brilliant." On one occasion, though, one person came back very angry and went, "You ruined my patch." He said it's based on this famous song from the 80s, and it no longer sounds like it. And I was looking at it thinking, this song, I consider myself a fairly good music expert of the 80s music, and I'd never heard of it.
Yeah, that's right.
So this very famous song that no one else seemed to have heard of. But,
What song was it?
I can't remember now. That was a
How
few
dare you
years ago
fix
now.
my crappy preset?
Yeah, that was, so that was well, slightly bad about that one, but
Right. There's no such thing as a bad preset. There's just a preset that doesn't fit your context.
well,
Well, there are plenty of bad presets out there.
Yes, there are.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I use them all the time.
Well,
Have any of you ever felt guilty about doing the same patch on different synthesizers?
Ooh.
No.
How many flutes have you done?
Well, let me qualify that. Okay. There's 5 families of sounds. So when I get a new synthesizer, okay, not that they're going to make the final thing, I will painstakingly use those 5 sounds to learn an engine, because I have so much reference of doing them that's how I get myself to learn an engine. So I never feel guilty about that, because that's actually part of my process to learn something new, because I want to find out how to control it to get a very specific result that I want. So I'm always going to do, a group of 5 sounds on everything. Whether they make it to the finals are irrelevant. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
are you going to tell us what the 5 categories are?
No.
Okay, let's guess. Okay, synth brass.
Bass?
Yeah, the bass and that kind of zingy sound from Michael Jackson Thriller.
String?
Stevie Wonder strings, like on
I'm just answering for your question. It's this astronaut here. You and
Oh,
thanks.
Oh.
is that the
Someone in
projector
the
one?
chat asked.
Is that the one that does the? Is a projector? Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
it is.
They had one of them at Synthfest UK a couple of years ago.
Well, you're getting pretty good. I'll tell you 3 of them. Yes, synth brass, because I always got to see how the filter, the resonance, and the envelopes are, and that's one of the best things to check to see how the contours are working and how all the other sonic characteristics
sync?
are. So,
sync.
not necessarily the sync, because that usually always works. An agitato
Pulse
string
width
sound.
modulation.
So agitato string sound and a pulse width modulation. So those are the 3. The other ones are very specialized on stuff that has to do with finding out how bad I can break things. But yeah, those threes are
Something with
are
resonance
go-to.
and filter
Yeah.
filter FM
Yeah,
with high resonance
stuff like that. So yeah.
can get nasty.
Yeah.
Okay, be honest.
Because
You're just doing a PWM to make Nick Bad happy, aren't you?
No. It's
Just kidding.
it's a subset of the string thing.
Yeah.
But it's also what I can do for bow transients. I want to see what I have available to do non-harmonic component bow transients and or stuff like that. So that's what I'm just looking at. 'Cause I just want to see how it's going to make the particular building blocks for me to do. But then I'll do things that I want to find out the noise capabilities of an instrument. I'm going to push the transients. How short can you get stuff? How modulations can be so deep. So I do a lot of stuff along those lines. So I have a melody type of percussion sound that I'm always trying to get. It's a combination of a lot of the stuff that Howard just talked about, but also for testing the envelopes. So yeah. So I do have go-to things that I always replicate. Very rare does a thing of that make it off, but actually the last time something that came out of that process was Muse Runner on the Muse preset 2.
Blade Runner.
It's a Yamaha CS80 sound on there, and that one is because I'm always curious on how you can control oscillator detune, and that particular sound sounds as good as it does because I've set up the mod matrix so I have constant sense detune across the keyboard.
The Hermo tuning.
Yeah, so you have to build it, and I actually like to bias it so that it's heavier on the bottom end
Constant,
as well.
constant sense.
Yeah.
I like a
So-
mixture between cent, offset, and the beats.
Yeah, Yeah. So it's and when you tweak that just right on certain things, it just like sounds so much better.
Yeah.
But yeah, because that basically was the brass string hybrid test that came out of that, and it's a pretty cool sound.
I've never seen on a synth a detuning where you can balance between cents and beats.
K2000.
A single balance control.
Oh, it's not a balance, but no, you have both. You have both options in the oscillator
Both
modules
at the same time.
yeah, at the same time on a K2000. But
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, that vast stuff is way ahead of its time.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I don't
And
feel guilty.
one thing we.
Sorry, Howard, carry on.
I was just musing about things that you only see on a few synths. With our stuff, we've got percentage glide, so the notes start closer to the target note,
Oh.
and so you can get intonation effects without getting that crazy polyphonic, very deep
That's cool.
glide.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, Tim, you were saying?
Yeah, so I was just saying I don't feel guilty about programming the same patch on multiple synthesizers, but the one I found, although had an interesting issue recently where I'm trying to produce the same sounds on two different synths, and it's actually taking longer to make because of trying to get it to sound like the other synth, so that the patches sound the same, and it's actually quite difficult. But my big bugbear though are people who sell patch libraries that sound really cool on the demos and are in fact just samples of another synth that they're then basically selling as just a single sample within another synth. Like I bought an Omnisphere library that sounded really cool, and literally every patch was just one sample being played from some other piece of equipment. and what made it worse was that the person who'd sold this library, among his videos of his libraries, then put up the video of him collecting his new Lamborghini.
Oh.
It was like, so what? It's like you're not endearing yourself to me here, pal. So yeah, that was terrible. So yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. That I would feel guilty about if I was just selling samples of it on multiple synthesizers with no programming effort whatsoever.
The trick is not to do anything that you could possibly feel guilty about.
Yeah. For sure.
Unless you're Trump.
Not only him, all his lackeys.
Yeah, the whole group.
I was hoping we'd get through the whole show without mentioning it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, sorry. Howard, in the chat, someone's put on there. Hi, Howard. I have used your presets on pretty much all my tracks over the past 10 years. You are a genius.
Oh, thank you.
You'll have to send that guy some money now.
I knew that already.
That's right. Thanks, Mom.
He's a plant. He's a plant. He may not show up.
DJ Grumpy UK.
Check is in the post.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's time to end the show. We have been on for a little more than 2 hours. It's been nice to have you here. It's been a good discussion.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Very
it
good,
was.
and I don't
Thank
feel
you,
at all.
Henrik.
Don't feel guilty.
Don't feel guilty.
It's been so good. I don't feel guilty that I haven't been programming.
That's good.
Same here. Yeah.
But once we're off, I'll be back to it. But it's been great.
Yeah.
Now
I hope
go
to
away
see
and
you
go,
soon,
"Nope."
and if you want, then stay after the end credits. Then we can chat a little bit. And to the chatters, thank you for being here. It's been nice serving you, and the same to all the ones not in the chat. There's been a lot of viewers, so it's been a good evening, I think. So
Yeah, good fun as always.
I think we
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Yeah.
yeah,
Good to see everybody again.
we did.
Thank you, Henrik. Bye-bye, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
See you. Oh, yeah. That was the wrong one. I was about to
Wrong
hit.
button. Drink.
Yeah,
He regrets that.
This is
He
the
has
one.
guilt about that right there.
Yeah, that was guilt. Yeah.